Now, joining us right now is the Executive Director of the UAAP, Counselor Attorney Rebo Sagisag. Attorney Rebo, floor is yours.
Oh yeah, good afternoon, Anton. This had to make an announcement for tomorrow's game, the juniors game of, if I may allow to read. Okay, the health and safety of our players, teams, and fans are paramount. We have been coordinating with the DOH, LGU, and venue partners and continue to monitor the coronavirus situation closely. And due to recent developments, particularly in the city of San Juan, where Game 2 of the Boys and Girls Finals are scheduled to be held, we will be holding tomorrow's event closed door. This decision was arrived at after due consultation and advice of the different governmental agencies concerned and upon the recommendation of our venue partner. We will be strictly implementing the no UAP ID, no entry policy. Only the playing teams and essential staff will be allowed entry. That will be all.
But at least the games will continue.
It will continue for again, we're day to day. This refers to the game 2 and the finals for the boys and girls basketball.
Because I was excited about that. I was excited about game 2. A lot of people are excited about that. So safety first. We gotta worry about the health of everybody. But the games will continue tomorrow.
Games will continue tomorrow.
All right. Still looking very spiffy, Attorney. No. Executive Director of the UAAP, Attorney Rebo Sagisag, joining us today. Thank you, Attorney.
Thank you, Anton.
The action continues here. UST leading FEU 2-0. We were just talking about the UAAP Juniors Finals tomorrow. Because the brother of the Laure sisters, Echo Laure, will be participating in that game. He plays for NU, the Bullpups looking to win the championship and go back-to-back. Exciting rally we are seeing right here. Ebon guiding that ball back to the side of the Golden Tigresses, and what a finish by Aimee Hernandez.
Aimee Hernandez!
That was the equivalent of a slam dunk in basketball.
So much power in that tip there. You see the perfect timing of the set of Alina Vicar, Anton. Aimee Hernandez, look how high she jumped on that spike, on that kill. Di mo aakalain sa kanya pupunta yung bola, having a more veteran spiker on the outside position as EJ Laure was there. But Aimee Hernandez making waves here in the UAAP.
What a play there, though, by Sheila Quiseo, tipping it over the tall blockers of UST. And speaking of UST, let's go back to Makayla.
Anton and Michelle, it has been evident enough that the UST Golden Tigresses are fully activated in today's match. And without a surprise, one of the players who has continuously contributing good points here is Aya Laure. She truly is a woman of words and actions. When asked what we can expect from her this season, in his words, she fiercely told me, Aya na mas palaban, mas compose at mas gustong tumulong sa team. Now, one thing that has been working for the ladies, though, is grabbing the chance to still smile and have fun in this highly contested match. And for this, I'd expect the ladies to continue displaying better team connection. Back to you guys.
And I'm already seeing a different demeanor
The score
with this UST team as compared to that UST team that played against NU.
I agree with you, Anton, because in that game, yes, it was pushed into a 5-set, but you saw a lot of lapses in the game of UST that you've seen they cleaned it up more in this game. You see the connection is better, the attitude is better, even their aura when they stepped in the court a while ago. No fear, no hesitation, it's just really all game.
And I remember seeing Coach Kung Fu right after that 5-set loss at sinabi niya sa akin, mas mabuti na nangyari to ngayon pa lang, ng maaga, kesa sa dulo.
You can fix a lot about your game when you experience loss early on in the season because makikita mo yung weaknesses mo and you can improve that, you can build on that. But what's also different is this FEU squad from the first set that we've seen a while ago. You see them in their defense now, they're more aggressive at the net and also in their spikes. Now they're tied at 3-3 with that point of UST just putting them up ahead by 1.
Another point courtesy of Caitlin Viray. Let's go back to Maris Domingo now.
Well, Anton and Michelle, both the defensive and offensive plays of the FEU Lady Tamarals have been falling short. That's why Coach George Pasqua reminded them timing lang sa receive and at the same time look for the trajectory of the ball. He added, tinutulungan niyo ata ang UST na manalo. Let's decrease our errors. You know what? This is not what FEU Lady Tamaraws would have want to start the game with the UST Golden Tigresses. But the only thing they need to do now is to follow the pattern and the system that Coach George wanted in the first place. Back to you, Anton and Michelle.
So timing. Timing lang sa receive. Yun yung pangunahing paalala ni Coach George sa kanyang koponan as we see another hit from Aimee Hernandez. That is our AXA No You Can block of the match.
Survey for UST, Aimee
Parang
Hernandez.
hindi talaga rookie no?
Her height, her build is not that of a rookie. But that's what is so amazing now with young volleyball players is because the rise of the sport, they see it on television. Gumaganda yung program natin from lower levels, from grassroots levels. Kaya pagdating nila ng UAAP na college, because of the K-12, senior high, kumbaga hinog na sila. And this girl, Laika Ebon, scoring 3 points right now together with Agudo. She's the leading scorer for FEU, and Laure Viray tied at 6, the leading scorers right now of UST. You see these girls, they're not at their prime, they're not at their senior year at Ton, but they're already ready to step into the UAAP and start their career.
Hey, MG, the middle blockers, they're starting to get involved. We saw Karandang score off a kill block. Nakabawi naman si Galdones. Inunahan si Zarina. But that time though,
Services out.
Viray sending that one over the back line on that serve.
Less errors as well from the FEU Lady Tamaraws in the first half of this set, because as we can see kanina, yun yung problema nila, as we mentioned that earlier, Anton, and Coach George also mentioned the errors of FEU. Double contact on FEU. Point goes UST.
Coach George is going to challenge this one. And I'm looking at the FEU bench right now. It's a block touch challenge that they will be putting forth.
The referee said that that spike from Kiseo did not cross the net. Coach George asking for a challenge. So in these cases, Anton, the ball has to touch the hands of the blockers first before it touches the net for this call to be successful and for the point to be awarded on FEU. Because if the ball touches the net first, then it's still considered, and the call of the referee that it did not go over will stand.
Much more neck-and-neck battle we are witnessing here in the second set between these two squads. Our officials are looking at the ball closely via our video challenge monitors. There it is. Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, the challenge was a successful call. Great eye there from Coach George Pascua and the rest of the coaching staff of FEU. It is a crucial call because you do want to stay as close to UST as possible. And that ball clearly crossed the net and touched both hands of the blocker of UST.
Which is what you were explaining just moments ago on what to look at, whether the ball touched the net first. And clearly it did, but Agudo could not get that serve over the net.
Now serving, Aya Laure.
Aya with 6 points already here in this contest. Here's the pass. Here's the toss. The attack by Kiseo.
Net touch on FEU. Point goes UST.
Now you can sense that there's some bottled up energy
First technical timeout
in the rookie, Sheila Kiseo, as UST heads into this technical timeout on top by 2. Coach Ray Diaz now talking to the Lady Tamaraos. And by the way,
And the
we have
first
our
technical
Silka
timeout.
Stunner of the game from the University of Santo Tomas, Andrea Endicio. So, we have a Miss Universe candidate here, Michelle Gumabao. How would you rate Andrea's wave?
With waves, you know, in the past, it always had to be robotic. And
Okay.
It always had to be a certain way. But right now, you know, we're real people. We're real women. No matter how you wave, you just put that hand up and shake it like you mean it. So I like her wave because this is very cute, very real. And it was really her smile that drew me in. That's the most important thing about waving is kailangan may ngiti sa likod.
So there you have it. You heard it from Michelle Gumabao herself as she joins us today in the broadcast despite her very busy schedule. Meanwhile, EJ Laure has been very busy today in this match. Very active on all
Timeout,
areas of the
FEU.
court and gives UST a 4-point lead.
Girls, yung outside hitter nila, pag pumihit ang katawan, magda-down the line yun. Yung down the line mo, malakas mahina. Oo. Ibig sabihin, yun ang pinakamahina niya, pero yung pinakamalakas niya, yung cross court. Kaya niya, dinadown the line kasi sarado na sa cross court eh. So tayo, dumidibes sa down the line, ready tayo sa bola. At lang naman tayo eh, di ba? Kasi titignan natin yung bola. Di ba? So matibayin, mahina ang block natin, tibayin natin yung sa baba. Then, ito ang combination na tama.
So you heard Coach George Pascua describing the tendencies of EJ Laure. So that's how hard our coaches are working day in and day out. They have to study the moves of every player, not just on their team, but on the opposing teams as well.
That's why it's not surprising if you see the coaches actually living here in MOA Arena for the rest of the season. Because not only do you have to prepare your players, you also have to scout your opponent to better prepare your players. And that's the most important thing. Because you always have to watch your opponent, see their tendencies. Because in volleyball, you always have to be ready.
Lady Tamaraos,
Kaya yung pag-describe ni Coach George, pag tumupi yung katawan a certain way, you have to know the likelihood of the attack that the player will be delivering. But I'm not sure you can prepare for the likelihood of whatever EJ would deliver on that type of a play. That was a difficult set. I mean, look at her body right here, Michelle.
No matter how much of a broken play that was, the set was far from the net, you saw her final step. And that's the most important thing for a spiker, especially an outside spiker, because your final step will give you the elevation. And you saw how EJ Laure jumped and was able to get on top of that ball, get on top of that block.
There's
now another challenge is being
Block
called
touch.
by the FEU side. They were successful a while ago, Anton.
This is a crucial moment for the Lady Tamaraos. Down 4, UST playing with a ton of confidence. They're looking like a team that has moved on completely from the 5-set defeat against NU.
Challenge is unsuccessful. Villarreal was
Ladies
clearly
and
on
gentlemen, the
top of
challenge
the
was
blockers. There, no
Point remains with
fingers or
UST.
hands were touched by the ball. And the call stands from our referees. The point is for UST.
So that means Casey Galdones will return to the service line. Galdones was the team captain for UST in the PVL Collegiate Conference last season. Running attack for Villarreal. Popped up by Viray. Picar tips it over to the FE side. This is Kiseo.
Net touch on FEU.
Kiseo not being able to control the movement of her body, as you can see upon her descent. She was called a net violation by our referee, so another point for UST.
Cayuna, running attack for Villarreal, popped up by Viray. Bicar gives it back to EJ Laure. Somehow, FEU is able to keep that ball up. Laure switching it up. Going for a more finesse attack. Bicar popped up by EJ. Quick attack for Aimee Hernandez. Here's the toss. Here's the spike over the blockers by Kiseo. Hernandez reaching for that volleyball.
Aimee Hernandez. Isa lang ang masasabi ko for Aimee Hernandez, Anton, and it's masipag. Masipag pumasok, masipag mag-block, masipag umatake.
Substitution
I don't know
for
if she's,
FEU.
it's the youth, you know, it's the age in her that she's very young, but you see her eagerness to go in. It's not easy for a middle blocker for those kinds of rallies because it's really one of the most tiring positions to play in. You block all over the net, you spike in all areas, and you see her, she's going up and she's being found by her setter and she's converting those attempts into points. She has 5 points right now, 4 from her attacks and 1 from her block, and it's only the second set.
Such an imposing figure at the net, despite being a rookie. Bicar. Read well by Villarreal. Anticipating Bicar's attempt at the dump ball.
These are the plays where FEU can draw inspiration and strength from to get back in this set. Kanina, we were tied, and now scoring another ace. We see them more fired up. And now it's just a 5-point advantage of UST, and if they don't really watch out for this FEU team, they will slowly come back again like how they did in the latter part of the first set.
What an entry for Martha Mora, the backup setter of FEU, and
Martha Mora.
sending 2 aces towards the way of UST.
Ito yung hinahanap natin sa game ng FEU, their services, which was really good and tough when they played against UE, and they really had a hard time. And look at that, back-to-back aces for FEU, led by Martha Mora.
And Coach Kung Fu Reyes calls a timeout.
Itong bola. Parang tayo naglulukuhan dyan. Ang gagawin natin dyan, nagsaserve yung kabila. Manonorin natin kung aangat yung bola.
Lalamang tayo, wala ka lang.
Parang tayo pa naglulukuhan lang sa harapan eh. Kasad dyan sa likod eh. O, panoodin ulit natin yung serve na. Tingnan natin kung tataas ulit ha. Panoodin ulit natin. Tara.
Coach Kung Fu really shaking his head on those back-to-back aces. Especially when it comes to services, Anton, you'd rather get it when you're unsure if it's in or out because it will be 1 point for your opponent. And FEU right now is fired up to get back into the set and win their first set. EJ Laure.
EJ Laure stops the run of the Lady Tamaraos with another emphatic hit.
It's really good to see the power back in EJ Laure's jump, in her form, in her spike. When I saw her playing in the last collegiate conference, and she was already in the form, but kulang pa rin talaga dun sa power na ngayon nakita natin. For all of you Laure Sisters fan and UST fans, it's great to see how she managed to come back, and napakabilis ng kanyang preparation and ng pagbalik ng kanyang old form.
And that's just a scary sight if you have EJ going back to her old self.
Services out.
And evolving into an even better and smarter player.
Second technical
Will there
timeout.
be another challenge? Ball in, ball out challenge for FEU. That was the card that was raised
We will check if that service touched the line, even a portion of the line. It will be considered in, or if it...
Ladies and gentlemen, the challenge was unsuccessful.
Clear call there by our line judge and our referees. The point stands. Point for UST.
Let's take a look at this service ace by backup setter, the 5'8" Martha Mora, giving us a Fudgy Bar O-Bar sa saya moment. And a high five from her head coach, George.
When it comes to coaching, especially at such a high-pressured situation as the UAAP, teaching, getting mad, you really save that for training. Yes, you need a little bit in the game, but when the girls are already pressured, it's a coach's job to beat them, motivate them, and really just inspire. Ako nakakuha ako ng high five, kaso wala eh.
Yun eh, tatanungin ko sana sa'yo, nakailang high five ka ba kay
Parang
Coach
wala
Ramil?
na akong maalala, coach eh. Grabe. Baka lalaro ako last year ko, Anton. Baka kuha na ako ng high five from Coach Ramil. Honestly. Pero ngayon, dami niyang binibigay, ah.
Generous na si Coach Ramil eh ngayon. Nag-trending yung high five niya kay Tintin Tiamzon as Ea Laure enjoying that one. Tipping it over the blockers. Ea Laure, just so smart, so experienced at a young age.
And that's what's hard if you're going up to block or play defense against a spiker such as Ea Laure, because she knows how she's gonna variate her attacks. She knows when to use that lethal power. She also knows when to use her equally lethal tip.
UST establishing 19-12 advantage. Coach George calls another timeout.
Sige lang girls, mag-react lang tayo sa nangyayari. Diba? Pumapalo yung kalaban. Basic lang naman eh. Basic volleyball muna tayo. Isipin nyo muna kung ano yung in-insign natin, kung ano yung game plan natin. Kung pumapalo yung kasama natin, cover natin. Ito na naman, pag nagsiservice, tuloy-isip tayo. Basic lang naman eh. Hindi naman kailangan maging komplikado. Tayo muna. Isa na natin minamadali, gusto tapusin nyo kagad eh. Focus muna tayo. O wala tayo sa composure eh. Diba na? Ngayon, papaluin. Ayaw mong paluin. Kahit idadara mo sa kamay ng blocker, di ba? Kung gagalaw tayo, latsingan dapat. Ha?
Anton Montenola. Busy week for him. He was also at the juniors finals for game number 1. Now, showing his full support to
The score
the Lady
19 serving
Tamaraos.
12.
We're in a desperate situation right now as they trail UST by 7 and they get
It's an
aced
ace from
by
EJ
EJ.
Laure.
I asked EJ if she expected to produce 17 points, as in that kind of amount of points, and she said in the most candid way, no, she didn't. She
She expected to make 20. syempre you always have to prepare for the worst and expect the best whenever you come into a game. Ako, I expect to be player of the game because that's what you train for. And pag hindi, then go back to training, work harder. But you always have to expect that you will play your best because that's what you want to attract whenever you enter inside the court.
What about her sister? Aya Laure raising the roof to deny Laika Ebon.
It's so good to see sisters playing in the UAAP for the same school at the same time. You know, it's such a good feeling na meron kang kakampi that goes more than just being a teammate. You know, that when there's something that goes wrong, you have your ate, you have someone to look to, and that's what you really want to find in a team, is to really establish a family bond between the players, and that's what we see right now when teams like FEU and UST play. Na talagang they play as one, they play together, and for not only for the school but also for their bond as sisters.
Running attack by Hernandez. Mora.
Karandang.
Wow. And as expected, Coach Kung Fu is going to challenge that because as you just saw on the replay,
There is a
napakalapit
challenge on
ng
the
bola
call
sa
by
net
UST.
as Mora
Net
went for
ball.
that one-handed set.
And Coach Kung Fu is challenging that one-handed set that you mentioned, Anton, and saying that she touched the net. So we will see in the replay because the blockers of UST didn't jump anymore dahil akala nga nila may violation, but our first referee said no, he did not see Martha Mora touch the net. She didn't even jump so much. So we will see in the replay what really happened in that previous attempt of FEU. It's so good to have the luxury of a replay or a challenge. I don't know if I would agree if I was playing inside the court because each and everything that you do, makikita ng mga tao, di ba? Minsan, you get away with things, breaks of the game, but according to that replay, there is
Ladies
no
and gentlemen, the
net
challenge was
violation.
unsuccessful.
And she was able to set that ball. Difficult set there.
That is no
Martha
joke.
Mora.
I mean, her balance was impeccable.
She probably was a gymnast in her previous life, Anton, but you saw when she entered the
Serving for
court,
the
she meant
Lady Tap
business,
Rouse,
scoring those
Jeanette
back-to-back
Villarreal.
aces, and now being the backup setter, having that play in her hands right now, it's a good testament of her skill, no matter how young she is, and hopefully it will start a run for FEU.
But Caitlin Viray continues to produce Michelle for UST.
Seeing that down the line hit, the blockers of FEU were way
For
inside.
UST, number 5 out,
Being
number
a lefty,
7,
that is the advantage. If you're at the opposite position, there are so many areas that you can choose from. That's why it was really hard for me, Anton, at first being a right-handed spiker, playing in that opposite position. The angle is just opposite. It's different. If especially I came from playing outside, mahirap talaga, kaya the likes of Laika Ebon, Caitlin Viray, you see them play in that position with so much ease.
And she can make decisions while in the air. That time, Viray deciding to go down the line. Ebon decides to go cross-court. How about this? EJ Laure setting for UST. What do you make of that, Michelle?
Well, we've seen Aya
Point
Laure
goes
set
FEU.
for UST. Why not her ate? Anton, these, as we mentioned a while ago, this family has the genetics, the makeup of an athlete. And you see how they
On deck to
excel in
serve,
sports.
Laika
And
Ebon.
I will never be surprised if you see one of them playing libero or setter.
Yeah, you're right. In high school, it was Aya playing setter.
Aya Laure.
When EJ became MVP, Aya got the best setter award en route to a championship.
Substitutions for UST. Number 4 out.
Wow,
Number 16,
just a smart
Manchi
play, swiping it off the
Malalagnakin.
hands of the blockers.
Number 11 out. Number 3,
Isa Jimenez is now in for UST.
Getting a clap and cheers from the UST crowd here who are watching live in MOA Arena.
quick attack for Karandang.
Karandang.
You see how Martha Mora is rallying her teammates, setting up that ball, getting Karandang to score a point, and the celebration after is what I love the most. You see not only Buding Durendes, who is jumping up and down the FEU side of the court, but Martha Mora is a breath of fresh air for the FEU Lady Tamaraws.
And speaking of a breath of fresh air,
And why not? Going up against the double block, being cold off the bench is no joke to step into this set and play for UST, who is now 1 point away from winning the second set.
Karandang. Back set. Isa Jimenez.
Isa Jimenez.
And that's what we noticed about UST in the first match. The deep rotation. 13 out of the 14 players playing for Coach Kung Fu Reyes, and all of them have the ability to produce.
Now I know why the crowd was cheering for this girl. Back-to-back points for her.